just what's it been like joining the team and getting acclimated to the coaches and your new teammates?
Usually this transition is a little bit tough, but just like the family culture that they have here and everybody welcome me with open arms, so, and I got a lot of support, so just that made it a lot easier to come in here and, do what I got to do.
What's it been like in the few months involved with
make you feel comfortable since you got here?
I'm sorry, what you said?
Like, who has helped make you feel comfortable since you got here?
Really the receiver room. They welcomed me in and just brought me in under their wing. And just we've been going to war with each other. We've been outside, out on that field, running sprints, doing what we had to do to get prepared for the season. So I feel like I can stick with them guys.
I know it was a difficult decision to transfer here. Who did you lean on for advice throughout that process?
I leaned on my circle, like my older brother and my mom. They helped me out a lot. So that's that inner circle. That's who I leaned on.
Caleb last week said he was in your ear trying to help you. What was kind of his message as you were going through the process?
I was already, like, when I came, after I started getting recruiting here, I was already feeling the vibe, so it's not really too much he had to say. I just wanted to come out here and see it for myself.
What was it about this offense that made you feel like you would fit well?
Just the creativity in it. I feel like I'm already a creative wide receiver, so just being in this offense is just going to help me out a lot more, and especially with all the weapons that we have.
Do you expect to play in the slot a lot, outside, both? What do you?
I expect to play anywhere. It don't really matter where they put me. I'm just going to make sure I go out there and make the most of it.
Lincoln talked about on your visit here, you guys missed meals and entertainment and stuff because you were just talking football. What was your goal when you came out here on that visit? What did you want to learn? What were some of those questions you wanted to answer?
I just wanted to make sure they knew that what my intention was and what my focus was going to be. I wasn't coming out here for all the lights, camera, action, and all that. I just wanted to make sure they knew that I was strictly business.
Was it frustrating then to have all the misconceptions about you?
Yeah, it was definitely frustrating, but I wasn't really too concerned with it because the truth will always come to the light. So I know what my focus is and my intent, so all that just outside noise.
Where were you when those rumors started circulating? How did you find out about it?
Social media, social media everywhere. You can pick your phone up and it's right there in your face.
What was your reaction?
Just some BS. But everybody, like I said, the truth always gonna come to light. So I just make sure I'm just gonna keep working and make sure I'm ready for the season.
I guess some people thought that because you're coming to a school that didn't have a great season last year, but it's making a huge change overall. What was it about the project that they're embarking on here that appealed to you?
Can you repeat?
What was it about the project that Lincoln's doing and everybody gathering together, forming a new team here? What appealed to you about that? Why was it exciting?
Just me already knowing Lincoln's history and what he did with some great receivers, so that's number one. And just to see how the change was going here and the rebuilding process. So I'm just glad to be out here and get ready to prepare for Rice.
After all you accomplished last year there, what kind of first prompted you to think about looking for a new school?
I'm sorry?
After your big season last year, what kind of made you first think about transferring?
I'll say this, my story was already written, and I'm just sticking to the script. So it was really just like a feeling that I had, and it landed me here.
What was your first meet Caleb? What do you remember about that?
I knew him a little bit, like, in high school. Like, we didn't really know each other, but I knew of him. So after I got into the portal, that's when I started to learn a little bit more about him.
What was that conversation like with Carson Palmer when you were requesting number 3?
I'll say that was a great conversation. I don't really want to get into too much detail with it, but I'm just going to make sure that he knows that he put the number on the right person.
Why is that such a special number to you?
You saying number 3?
Yeah, why is it so special?
Because this is the number that I started wearing in high school, and I just had so much success with it, so I just wanted to stick with it. I feel like it's a part of me now.
Is that a little nerve-wracking, like getting on the phone with him and asking?
Yeah, it definitely was. Especially being on there with a Heisman winner, that's crazy. So I just really want to thank him again for it, and I really appreciate it.
Did you talk with your former coach about some of just the back and forth that was happening in terms of what was happening with the conditions of your transfer?
You talking about like my previous
Yeah,
coach?
your previous
Did I talk to him about it? I'm not sure what you're asking.
Or, like, after there was some back and forth with coaches saying, maybe casting doubt on the reasons why you were transferring and kind of how that went down. Like, did you talk to your former coaches about what they were saying about you?
Oh no, I didn't do any of that. I just, like I said, I know where my focus is and what I'm trying to do for my life, at least in my family. So I didn't think I really needed to go back and talk to them. Whatever they had to say, they can say it. I appreciate them for giving me the opportunity to even play at that, that prestigious institution. But it's all good now, though.
You just kept it moving.
Yeah, move on.
Was it disappointing though to have like that be the end of your chapter at Pitt?
What you mean by that?
Like that was like how you left the relationship with them kind of casting those accusations.
I mean, they say it's a business, so sometimes you got to make decisions for you.
What's left for you to still prove this year?
Really just to get better off last season. I had a couple plays that I left out there, so I want to make sure I have no doubt this season and I don't leave no plays out there.
How's your chemistry with Caleb coming on the field?
It's been coming along really well. We had a couple player-ran practices and just learning from him. He has a great mindset, a good work ethic. So really I'm looking forward to day one so I can continue to build that chemistry and keep learning from him.
What have been your first impressions of this receiver group you're stepping into?
My first impressions, I was actually surprised by the talent that they have in here already. So it helps me out as well too, though, to make sure I'm not staying complacent because they got a really good group. So I got to make sure I stay on my A game as well.
A lot of your new teammates have been talking a lot about your speed today. How have you developed that skill throughout your life?
Well, some of it is just genetics, but I ran track at a young age, so I feel like that'll help out a lot. And my favorite superhero is Flash, so I always wanted to be like him. So I feel like that played a little bit in it too.
Do you ever wondered like how these skills would have translated if you had say stuck with track full time or something like that?
Nah, I was always football full time. I just ran track to help me for this. So that's that.
Did you feel a little underrated as a recruit coming out based on
Yeah, I definitely feel underrated, but I didn't really get into all the stars and stuff because my mom had told me your star gonna shine bright no matter what. So that's just what I stuck with. I knew that once I got put on that platform to perform, I knew everybody was gonna see what I was about.
Your quarterback at Kenny Pickett, were you in communication with him at all about your decision to transfer? And if so, what did he have to say about it?
Not too much. I wasn't in too much communication with him.
Keel McDonald mentioned Travis Dye. He has some credibility in the conference and stuff, but transferring to a new school, you get to kind of reinvent yourself a little bit and prove yourself again. Are you kind of looking at transferring as another opportunity to prove yourself and I did it there and I can do it again here?
I mean, I wasn't looking at it as that particularly, but I definitely feel like I got drugged through the mud a little bit with the media. But I like being an underdog, and I'm always going to come out on top. So I feel like it's going to be a great story at the end.
What was the moment you knew it was going to be USC?
When I stepped foot on this campus.
Right away?
Right away. I feel like right away I knew. Like I said, it was just a feeling that I had, and I just ran with it.
Have you been able to go out, experience LA and get off campus or anything so far?
Not too much. I haven't been able to experience too much of it because when I got here, I just started summer school and I just started getting ready. But I feel like I had some time to do that soon. You got any places you recommend for me?
Probably not ones you'd want to go to.
Are you a beach guy? Are you
I didn't go to the beach too much as a child,
Okay.
so that's probably something that I would like
so
to do.
you want to go to the beach? Okay.
There's a couple.
Yeah, we got this.
Building off just the speed, what do you think is the ingredient that makes you so special as a receiver?
Just being able to control my speed. Like some people are fast, but you know they can't really get in and out of their brakes, or they struggle with the release. So I feel like just control speed is always the best way to go, and I feel like that's something that I do well.
Is there someone on the defensive side of the ball that's impressed you in PRPs?
Kalen Bullock, just the way he can cover ground and cover the whole back end of the field. He really surprised me when I came on here, and he's a great athlete.
Are there challenges transferring into a program that's also going through a lot of other changes? Like there's a whole new coaching staff here, and they haven't built something here yet, but they sold you on a vision to build something here. Like, is that, does it take kind of a special leap of faith to believe in this new coaching staff?
I mean, I'm starting off new, and they're starting off new as well. So I wouldn't say you actually think it. I wouldn't say it's harder. I'd be like I feel like it's easier because we were all on the new stage, and we're all trying to prove ourselves. So we just got to combine and work towards what we're trying to get to.
And how about the fact that there are such high expectations? I mean, the coach comes in here and right away he says we're playing for championships.
Yeah.
Is that a challenge? Is it something you relish?
It's definitely a challenge, but everybody wants to come in here and win, so that's always got to be the mindset.
Let's do one more.
Connected to some of the past great receivers that have played here, and if so, who and what's it been like?
Can you say that again?
Have you been able to connect with some of the past great wide receivers that have played here?
Marquise Lee.
Marquise Lee.
That's the only receiver that I connected with so far. Like I had to work out with. It's been pretty cool just to see where he came from, and now I'm like basically in his shoes.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan.